Hello again. It's been a while since I last talked with you, and in case you have forgotten, I am Jeff Hinsey, your Spirit Care Chaplain. This session is the second in a series of presentations titled The Loves of Life. In our previous time together, I introduced you to the first love of life. Love God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. That is the fundamental relationship in life. The success of all other relationships is determined by our love or lack of love for God. Now today's presentation focuses on the second love of life. Love yourself. We recently surveyed several Indiana Wesleyan adult students at our Indianapolis campus, and we asked them this question: if time and money were not an issue, what would you do for yourself? Watch your monitor to see how they responded. I will return shortly to bring our session to a close. Don't you love that line, a Bahama Mama? How can a person love himself and love God? I mean, isn't it wrong to love yourself? When Jesus was confronted with the question, what is the greatest commandment? He replied by saying, love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. And then he quickly added that there's a second commandment just as important. Love your neighbor as yourself. Did you notice the comparative standard for loving others is the way you treat yourself? So you see, there is an expectation, at least in Jesus' perspective, to love oneself. There's an old country hit. It was popular back in the 70s. And it was made famous by the singer Mac Davis. And the words to the chorus went something like this. Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble when you're perfect in every way. I can't wait to look in the mirror because I get better looking each day. To know me is to love me. I must be quite a man. Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble, but I'm doing the best that I can. Now we know that that is not what Jesus means by loving self. That is, however, society's perspective on self-love. That is not love, though. That's self-infatuation, and it is not a biblical ideal. So then, what is proper self-love? Well, there are two key thoughts to understanding Jesus' idea of self-love. And the first thought is to recognize that we are created in the image of God. Well, what does that mean? What does the image of God mean? The image of God is the imprint of God's characteristics. It's inherent in all humans. It is the capability within you and me to reflect the very character of God. That imprint or capability is what makes us valuable. It's also what makes us unique from all other created beings. The second thought to help us understand proper self-love is that we were created to exist within relationships. We are capable of reflecting the character of God not for our own personal benefit, but for the benefit of others. The purpose of self-love is to become the best that we can become in order to make the world around us better. Remember this: you are valuable in God's eyes because He made you to be like Him. Therefore, you have a responsibility to make wise choices regarding your personal health and well-being. So if you want to make a positive impact on this world, if you want to be a role model to your children and to your grandchildren, if you want to be a blessing and not a burden to your friend and coworkers, then you must commit to becoming the very best you can be. Now, doesn't that make sense? You either impact the world in a positive way or you influence people in a negative way. A question for you: how will people remember you once you leave this earth? Love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength, and then remember to love yourself as well. Until next time, may you know His blessings and may you experience His peace.